Welcome to Nigeria. I'm Barakis Usman Noderino, the head of IELTS operations for British Council in Nigeria. Nigeria exam operation is the largest in sub-Saharan Africa. We deliver over 100,000 exams yearly, and we contribute over 40% to the sub-Saharan Africa exams income. The exams administered in Nigeria include the IELTS test, school exams, and to be specific, that's Cambridge exams. We've also got the university exams, professional exams, as well as aptitude tests. Also recently, we've added CFA to the list of exams administered in Nigeria. Some of the factors driving the growth in Nigeria include the population of young people in Nigeria and their passion for education. In addition to that, the favorable immigration policy also plays a vital role. Before we talk to you about how unique Nigeria is and how exams are administered uniquely in Nigeria, first let me introduce you to the country director.
Welcome to Nigeria. My name's Lucy Pearson. I'm Country Director Nigeria and Director for West Africa. And I warmly welcome you to a warm, vibrant, energetic and lively country. Nigeria is the largest country in sub-Saharan Africa, the most populated, with, depending on the figures that you read, around 200 million people in Nigeria. The largest cities are Abuja, the federal capital, which is in the centre. Lagos is the commercial capital of Nigeria. There's offices in Abuja and Lagos, as well as offices in Port Harcourt in the Delta region and Kano in the northeast. We also do a number of programmes, particularly around the northeast of the country, around security and conflict. It's a huge country, a diverse country and a growing population. 61% of Nigerians are between the ages of 15 and 34, and 30% of the youth population reside in urban areas. That presents some great opportunities for us. It also presents some challenges, as the opportunity for jobs with a growing population is scarce, and also there's a skills gap between the young people graduating from school and colleges and higher and further education and the skills that employers are looking for, and British Council plays a key role in trying to bridge those gaps. It's a wonderful place. We've been here 75 years this year and we'll continue to celebrate and continue the excellent work and the difference we make to the people we work with and the institutions that we work with too, across Nigeria, and including reaching people from minority groups, whether that's women and girls or displaced people in the northeast Nigeria. Businesses, we do everything here with the exception of teaching English. So I work across the arts and creative industries, higher education, skills and enterprise, schools, sport. Our work is impactful across a number of areas, and last year we reached well over 100 million people through face-to-face, direct and online engagement. And those people also cascaded further to millions more people, increasing the impact and the reach of our work in Nigeria. Our exams business is thriving, it's growing, and it speaks to the desire of Nigerian people to create opportunities for themselves, and we're here to meet that need and open those doors for people across Nigeria for the next 75 years and beyond, we hope. So please join me, come to Nigeria. As we say here, you are welcome. Our programmes and exams work across Nigeria reaches a diverse range of people, and you know, our work here is hugely rewarding, working from policy dialogue and thought leadership at government levels, both at the federal and state levels, through to our grassroots community work, through skills, through sport, through I Try Rugby and Premier Skills as well. It's a diverse range of people reaching some of the most disadvantaged people in the community, as well as looking to have sustainable work through long-term change in government reform. It's a hugely rewarding place to be.
My name is Eno George and I work with the Customer Service Operations in Nigeria. We handle about 15,000 inquiries every month across all the contact points, most of which applies to IELTS, which is the most secure English language proficiency test globally. Another percentage of our inquiries come from school exams, that would be the Cambridge International exams. And we have a perfect set of teachers who make inquiries on professional development for teachers. The Nigerian customer is a very unique person in the sense that every Nigerian customer wants to hold someone responsible for the information he has received. So, for instance, someone would call our phones to say, I want to confirm the information I have seen on your website. Or someone would walk into the office to say, I called your office and someone told me that the test costs this much. So yes, that is how unique our customers are in Nigeria. One memorable experience would be having to attend to a customer who walked in with a child. Of course, she had to join the priority queue. She had a child, so we needed to attend to her as quickly as possible. She was there to register for her brother. I found out what she was there for by lots of drilling and lots of digging before she was able to communicate the exact reason why she was at the British Council office. At the end of it all, I had to help her do the registration on her brother's behalf. So yes, it was a whole lot of back and forth. And it's really memorable because there was a lot of crowd that day and I had to make sure I gave her my full attention. I'm sure Chika, my colleague, will have a lot more memorable experiences to recount.
My name is Chika. I attend to customers' inquiries and complaints here. This is my little office. So my most memorable moment was this one time when there was this candidate who we needed his ID to verify his registration. But then he didn't have his international passport. He said he had just his ATM card. And then he claimed he gave us his ATM card to like check his information. But then he didn't give us his ATM card. So we ended up spending like about 30 minutes looking for his ATM card. At some point it was a little bit hilarious, but then we didn't find it funny because imagine he didn't find it. Anyways, he found his ATM card and then he left, but then it would have been very disastrous if he didn't find his ATM card here.
My name is Frederick Amatuku. I work with the examinations unit, the British Council here. I particularly work with the IELTS team. A typical day in the life of an examinations officer here is quite busy, really, to be very honest. It starts with one waking up, say, about 4 a.m. in the morning, basically because we want to guard against any sort of traffic. And here in Lagos, per se, you are not really sure when the traffic will really be there or not. So you definitely have to be very conscious of your time. So you wake up, say, about 4 a.m. in the morning, get ready, you know, be on the road, then you should be at the office here by 5:30 a.m. Basically because we want to deploy early enough. And then we get to the test venue, say, at about 6:37. So at this point, it's about making sure that everything is in place. Now, unlike some of the other countries where you have examinations officers seated in the office, the invigilators basically do the test administration. Here in Lagos and of course in Nigeria, the examinations officers really handle test administration. So on that day, the supervisors are basically examinations officers. It's quite busy, and because we have we always have a good number of candidates at each venue, so you definitely have to be there in time. You have to make sure that everything is well set up. You have to make sure that you do all the verification process and all that, capturing before 9, basically ideally before 8:45. But here, again, there's this concept of African time. Some of them show up, say, around that 8:45, 8:50, thereabout. Of course, you go to the test day journey, the process, go through all the components, listening, reading, writing, and what have you. And then now we have a new process where we do what we call OSM, online script marking. So it means we don't have examiners here to mark the scripts. We scan and of course we send to the hub where the scripts are marked. Now, because of this, it comes with its own kind of process and what we have to go through after the test day. So it means at the end of the test, you have to go through the scripts, make sure they are well completed, make sure that the scripts are in order, make sure that you identify the ones we batch as problem batch, and of course separate them from the rest and make sure they're also batched in 50s and what have you. Quite a lot of it's a huge process basically. Then you get back to the office. That is another phase of our test day journey where we handle all the post-test administrative process, where we, from filing the documents, signing some of those documents, filing them, making sure your pictures are uploaded and what have you. And again, checking that you're not leaving any stone unturned, really, because in IELTS, you don't leave any stone unturned. Everything has to be on point and timely, really. Yeah, I think that's basically it about IELTS and administration of IELTS basically in Nigeria and particularly in Lagos here.
My name is Margaret Akidende. I'm the Customer Service Officer in Lagos, Nigeria. Okay, so the call center, we take calls over 200 calls a day, and our calls vary from IELTS inquiries to educational and prof, to school inquiries, to certificate verification, so many more. But if you'd like to know another feel of what we do, please come back later. We'll be here to attend to you. Thank you.
My name is Emmanuel. I work with the exams team. I just want to show you how unique our operations are in the exams team. Now, because of some challenges that we have in the country, especially the power problem that we experience, we have this generator set. We also have a mini fuel station to ensure that we don't run out of fuel. Also, because of the number of candidates we have, we use very large venues, up to like 4 or 5 for each test session. And also we need a very big truck to be able to pack or to take all the items that we need for our tests at every test sessions. So we have a big truck there. We also go with armed mobile policemen. It can never be too safe, you know, because we leave very early. On a Saturday morning or on a Thursday, we leave very early. Now we have to come in very early. You know, I hardly sleep, you know, the eve of the test session because I have to leave my house very early and I live very far from the office. It takes me about 45 minutes to an hour when the road is free to get to the office. On that morning, I have to be here latest by 5. I have to leave here latest by 5:30 to the venue. There's so much that we need to do, so much that we do. Even when we get to the venue, we have so much to do. So it's really a whole lot of work. But however, hey, we love what we do.
Hi, my name is Abiola Akinyemi. I administer professional university exams. For university exams, we administer over 50 university exams like University of London, University of Leicester, University of Lancaster. Some of these universities are located in the UK, Canada, US, and some other parts of the world. For professional exams, we administer exams like CFA, ACCA, NABOSH, and some other exams. As a matter of fact, for the first time this year, we administer CFA. CFA is an international exam that Nigeria travel as far as Ghana, Dubai to take. But for the first time, we administered the exam this year, June, right here in Lagos, Nigeria. Well, and we see this as a great achievement because Nigerians won't have to go through a lot of stress before they can write this international exam. The best part of my job is having to see Nigerians acquire foreign certificates without having to travel abroad. I love that.